When it comes to MySQL, you have a lot of options with where to install it. Some of the broad categories would be Linux, Windows, Mac OS, and containers, which is basically Linux but in a very specialized way. And there are lots of different versions across these broad categories that will successfully run MySQL. However, there is a caveat that you do need to be aware of. Even though it runs on many platforms, not all of them are officially supported by Oracle. You can find the official list of these supported platforms on the MySQL website. Think of these as where MySQL is guaranteed to play nicely. Once you've chosen a platform, the next step is to choose a track. I won't go into detail here about the different tracks because we covered that in detail in the lesson MySQL Release Model. But overall, you have two choices: long-term support, known as LTS, and innovation. The naming of these tracks makes their intent pretty obvious. If you need a stable, long-term platform, you're going to go with LTS. And if you're looking for the latest and greatest features, you're going to go with the riskier, but more frequently updated innovation track. With your platform and track, the next choice is distribution format. The first of these is precompiled binaries. These are ready-to-go programs packaged up and delivered to your computer, and come in familiar formats such as RPM or DMG files. Another choice is to build from the source code. If there are situations where you need a lot of flexibility and customization, for instance, you might need to use a specific installation location, you might need to enable or disable standard features, or you might need to modify the code for some reason. Building from source code gives you the power to do all of those things and much, much more. It is a much more involved process, so for the majority of use cases, when in doubt, use binaries. As far as how to actually obtain the installation media, you can do that directly from the MySQL website. You can also use your platform's package manager, like Yum or apt. When doing so, you must select a specific track and version. And before installing, it's recommended to verify the package integrity using MD5 checksums or GNU Privacy Guard. This helps ensure that you have intact media and that it's not been tampered with. No matter which platform, track, and distribution you choose, there's always going to be some amount of configuration after you install. If nothing else, you must secure the root user account by assigning a password to it. By default, it's created without one. This and other items are often covered by package managers, which have post-installation scripts. And of course, there is much more to configure before you get started actually using your MySQL system, but we will be covering that in future lessons.